What's up, y'all? My name is Andre Hopkins, also known as Entre Interview. Today I'm joined here by G2 Leaf. How are you feeling?
Um, Feeling good. That was a swift game. Felt very confident. Even in the rounds that we lost, I feel like we were in control for like 80%. They played well in those rounds, obviously, and it just feels good.
You're making our job hard. I mean, you got to make these games longer. What am I supposed to write down here?
My bad. That's on me.
So I'll just start with across today's series. What did you like from the team? What do you think you guys did well, and what do you think you need to clean up for the future games?
Um, I think, obviously like it's kind of known at this point that like defense side breeze is very hard, but I feel like there were still situations, that we could have won. Um, you know, we lost 4 rounds in a row at the beginning, and obviously that sets up a really hard half. Obviously we punched it, but maybe against 100 thieves or something, we don't win that, you know what I mean? So we just need to make sure we you know don't give them an in basically, no matter what. I feel like we were very dominant like starting today, but we need to make sure we just close out fast. Kind of similar to Ascent, but yeah, just looking forward to improving that for next games.
Is there ever any kind of mentality on defense side breeze? We start off and struggle, and you're like, well, it's defense side breeze. All we can do is try to recover.
Not I felt like there was things that we could have done, and we obviously adjusted, but that half is obviously just naturally very hard no matter what comp you're kind of playing against. I mean, you know, I you've seen 100 Thieves, they just 11-1 people, and everyone's kind of comping that archetype of just, Harbor Cypher. So it makes it hard to get info and not get punished and stuff like that. Like there's just a bunch of stuff you really have to be worried about on defense, but you need to just make it happen. You can't even hold the sights on that map most of the time. So yeah, I feel like there's not really like a mentality or anything. It's just you got to do your job. It's just a little bit harder, basically.
I asked Faye a bit about it last time I talked to him, but what do you think makes those defense sides of breeze so difficult?
Um, I think the sites naturally don't have a ton of cover for defenders to play. That's why Harbor is kind of in there because he kind of just, makes his own cover in a sense with all the smokes. So, there's just not a lot of spots to play, and it's very easy to get overrun. I feel like you can't really hold the chokes on that map because, there's so many pathways that people can go through. But it is a map where you kind of just need to limit the variables, if that makes sense. Like you need to make sure that they can't be doing everything so that you can focus on, one thing. And yeah, that's just why people can run it up so hard on attack. It's really hard to get map control and stuff like that and feel safe even on defense. So it kind of just leads to these 10-2, 9-3 commonly like attack halves.
I mean, talking about the harbor, I mean, you guys were one of the first teams to play it, moved away from it, and now moving back. I mean, I heard a little bit Valen talking about just realizing it's too strong to not play. I mean, how's the team's mentality kind of shifted for Harbor on Breeze through time?
I feel like we kind of just realized like over time we're like, oh, like these adjustments are so hard to make with Astra. Like you have to be kind of perfect, but Arbor kind of just plug and play. Like we didn't have too many scrim reps when we played against M80, and we've been scrimming it this short, like like half week in between the matches and stuff like that. But yeah, he is kind of. I'm glad Breeze is getting on the map pool because I think just in general, it's just a map that Riot really can never figure out, in my opinion. They've made so many changes to it, but it always feels kind of very, just unbalanced no matter what they try. So yeah, Harbor is just too OP.
I mean, kind of you touched on the map leaving the pool. I mean, with Abyss coming back, and I mean, it'll be back for playoffs, and with you guys being one game away, are you kind of looking forward to Breeze leaving and Abyss coming back?
Definitely. I feel like we were kind of pioneers in a sense of Abyss when we played in Santiago. We were undefeated on it, and I'm pretty sure we even played it leading up to Santiago, like qualifying and kickoff. So, when we changed comp to our double duelist, double controller comp, like we were just owning people on it and stuff like that. Even though it was a very like wacky comp from our like individual roles, I feel like we're excited to play it just because it's one of our maps, like even back in 25 kickoff and stuff like that, like we never lost that map. So I'm 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 hoping it'll be the same.
Josh Archie talked a little bit about in the pre-map interview they do, talking about the team getting over what he called the Ascent PTSD. I mean, what do you think the main issue, if you can give us a little insight, what the team was having on that map prior, and why the team decided to pick it today?
Um, well, we picked it just because we've been having good scrim results, and I feel like we back in 25 when we would play champs and stuff like that in Toronto, it was always our strong map. Um, we kind of changed into like more of what like Lev was playing and stuff like that, and it didn't really work out for us that well, and we couldn't really figure out like in this current meta like what was good. But with the Yoru buff and stuff like that, we're like, hey, like why not give our old comp a try? Obviously, we still have the people to really play it, even though it's a little bit different. Like I was on Chamber back then, but now I'm on Vise, and it's still a comfy agent for me. And then Giacomo on Yoru, Baby Bay on Chamber, obviously good. So yeah, I mean, we just know like how to play that comp very well. We have so many reps on it, and we felt really confident just heading into the day, no matter what we face.
I mean, of course, a lot of those characters are comfort picks for you guys. Is a lot of that kind of composition built on getting people as comfortable as possible on roles they know how to play?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I feel like that's kind of always been the game as a whole. Obviously, like the winners, like you can look and see that they have their identity, and they usually have players that are kind of like experts at the meta agent at the time. Um, you know, literally every like when Yoru was OP, everyone had a Yoru specialist. You know what I mean? When Neon was OP, I mean Neon's been OP for a while, but you see Danby, you see Spike and stuff like that. So um yeah, like we were all kind of specialists on those agents on Ascent, basically. Trent Sova. He's got a million games on Sova. Valen Omen, me on Vise. I feel like I was probably like the best Vise, me and Devi back in the day, like in 25 when she was hard meta. And it's like, Dre's obviously insane at opping. So you just mix all those together. I mean, Alex has an insane Yoru. He just does the most random stuff ever, but he has confidence with it. So it's all just, us being masters of our agent.
Kind of going through the year with you playing the more anchory Senti role, I mean, through the last few years of your career, how have you kind of had to adjust that play style with how the meta has shaken out through the whole year, starting off with Waylay and Yoru, and then Neon, and now into this meta where you're seeing Neon Phoenix. How have you kind of had to adjust your style of holding sides and anchoring down?
I mean that just varies depending on the map and the agent. Obviously, the whole point of having Neon Phoenix and like Sova is to just be able to hit no matter what. So it's hard at times to, sometimes you're going to lose the site defense. You can't play perfectly all the time. They have good plays. So that's kind of the like adaptations I have to make is just like maybe I'm not able to hold the site. Maybe I need to play off site and stuff like that. Like these type of things are the things that I'm looking at more and more because, before when it used to be even Neon Yoru, like it wasn't as oppressive, but now that they have, the extra molly, the extra wall, like the stronger flash and stuff like that, it becomes a little harder. And obviously Phoenix Ult is really strong. So yeah, it's just become a lot more of like a mind game.
Just kind of like the micro plays in fighting against those duelist players.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, as a long term veteran as yourself, I mean, you guys have a long road ahead of you to try to, if you want to try to make grand finals, go to Sao Paulo. I mean, lift another trophy. G2, known for being regionally dominant. What is your mentality personally for these long stretches where it's just game by game? I mean, even going to last stage where you guys had to start down 0-2 and then still qualified. What is your mentality for not making the task too large?
Um, I mean, I think you kind of said it, like just viewing it game by game. Obviously, like we want to win. Everybody wants to win, but it's a lot more overwhelming when you view it as like, oh, if we win this tournament, it means we need to win 8 games. 8 games is really hard, but if you go even closer, map by map, round by round, game by game, I feel like that always makes it so that you're just focused on what's ahead of you in right in front of you instead of, what's in the future. So I think that's kind of been always our mindset and just playing our own game because we are playing some unique stuff compared to the rest of the field. And I feel like we don't take advantage of that a little bit, but I think we're starting to realize that, we have special people, we have special players, that's why we've won so much in Americas, but we just need to make sure we stick to that and don't overthink it.
Of course, you don't stumble into what, 5 regional titles? I mean, that doesn't just happen on accident,
Hopefully, hopefully.
right? So I have one fan question who just wanted to ask you, what is your favorite Pokemon or Pokemon card?
My favorite Pokemon is Oshawott. I got an Oshawott tattoo.
That's
So
hard.
yeah, I mean, fuck with Oshawott. It cute as hell. Gen 5 is probably my favorite, so that's why. And yeah, I mean, I do not have the Oshawott illustration rare. It's gonna be my gem, PSA 10. I don't know how much money it is, but I'm gonna get it one day. So yeah.
We'll be waiting. It'll be crazy. I love that you say that because my favorite water type ever is Samurai. I mean, my favorite Pokemon right here. Got the little plushie.
Hey,
Aggron. Really random pick. It's a lot.
I love Samurai too. Like I love that whole chain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Duat, Samurai, Oshawott, they're all so cute. So yeah.
I was a kid like it's a samurai. Yo, that's so sick. I was like
Yeah.
10 years
No, it's
old. Like,
fire.
so I ask all the players this. I have a playlist I make where I ask for song recommendations. Do you want to add a song to the
Mm.
playlist?
Can it be anything? I'm gonna look at
Anything.
my Spotify real quick.
I always tell everybody we have some crazy stuff going on there. It's it's a bit wacky with the different genres we
Hmm.
have in there.
Um, do Tartan by SD Kid.
Okay. Oh, wait, that's actually I think it's the second. That's it. No, it's not SD We have Netspend in there. I was trying to think if that's the second song by
Okay,
an artist.
that's fair.
Netspend
But
was
yeah,
Redux. We've had some crazy stuff going on there. It's pretty bizarre.
I feel like everyone listens to such random stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, like I have Argentinian rock in there from Owner. It's wild.
hell
Gospel
yeah.
music.
No,
It's
that's fire.
crazy in there.
Everyone's got their own stuff.
It's great. It's also a culture shock when you click shuffle. It's like you get hit by a truck every song.
That's super cool. I can't even lie.
So with the upcoming matchup versus Envy, I mean, how do you feel going into that game?
Um, I mean they're looking really good. Obviously they got shut down by MIBR, but like heading into those games or heading into that game, they were looking very strong. They've definitely found their identity. You know, Knights on Phoenix mainly and Demon One's just they basically just copied Lev, to be honest. But you know, they're still really good individually, and you know that's always been kind of their threat. Is just like you look at those players and you're like, wow, any one of those players can do damage. But you know, we always got to be confident against them. We will go into that game thinking that we're better, and we will know we're better. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, I think that they play in a way that is overwhelming if you're like not expecting it, but you know, we've played those games before, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, harden the fires of Paper X
Yeah.
Internationals.
Exactly.
And then, do you have any last word for the G2 fans?
I mean, I know the past couple weeks have been pretty hard, but I mean, I'm, you know, we're getting there. So always appreciate the support. It's always really nice, you know, when we're not feeling the most confident ourselves, you know, it's always really nice to see at least a little bit of positivity. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we're human. So it's really nice to be able to be uplifted just a little bit.
Well, Leaf, thank you very much for your time. I mean, good luck in your upcoming game against Envy and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.